Oh, welcome back, everybody. We're going to talk about something today that many of us, we do this, but we shouldn't be doing it. What am I talking about? The language that you use. And it's said before that by many, the focus goes where the attention goes, or something. It's something to that effect. But what you say becomes your reality. So we're going to talk about the words that you never want to say. Either they're negative or they influence your outcome, they shape your beliefs, your behavior, and this is all in her wheelhouse. This I'm going to watch what she says from this point forward, actually. No, I'm just kidding. Visible potential is her practice. She's an amazing life coach, trauma-informed life coach as well. Laurie Kroeger is back with us. Hello, how are you?
I am doing well. How are you today?
I'm doing really well. And this is
Good.
a great topic because we're doing these things. We're saying them, but we're not realizing that it's kind of derailing what we're trying to accomplish or changing our future based on words. And words are so powerful.
They really are. And what we don't understand is that even if we're joking, oh my gosh, I am such an idiot. I can't believe it. Your brain doesn't know the difference.
Right.
Your brain doesn't know that you don't mean what you're saying. And
I'm
so
glad you
you're
started with that.
inadvertently putting yourself down.
I'm glad you started with that because that's really the baseline for all of this. It's your subconscious. Your subconscious, it loves you. It wants to support you, but it's kind of dumb. It doesn't know the difference when you say these things. It doesn't know good from bad, right from wrong. It just hears the words and then it acts.
Yep. And it's
And
there, it's designed to protect you.
yes.
And what's funny is what our brains think we need protecting from is historical. We're running from bears. We're running from, all of these things in, prehistoric times. And so it's still trying to protect us. That stress that came from the fear of running from a saber-toothed tiger is no different than the stress we feel getting mad at a coworker. As far as our brain is concerned, it needs to protect us.
Hmm.
And that comes about with how we speak to ourselves.
So which one do you want to start with today?
My absolute favorite, I can't.
Hmm.
Let's start with I can't because we say it, even I catch myself still saying I can't.
Hmm.
And what it is telling yourself that there is no possibility, there are no options, and you've limited your ability to think outside the box. So if we replace the words I can't with I don't know how, it triggers our mind into a problem solving mode.
Hmm.
If we say to a friend, just last week, I told my friend, I started to say, I can't go to the lake today. And I had to reframe that. And I said, I don't know how. As I didn't have a vehicle for the kayak. I didn't have, I had my car, but my kayak doesn't fit. And
You should have called me. I have a junky old Jeep that I use for that and plenty of space, plenty of space. And I've
you know,
if
and
you
then we
saw it,
just
it's got
it
kayaks in it.
triggered, yeah, it
Mhm.
triggered the problem solving. She goes, "Oh, well, I have Ryan's blow up. You can jump on the paddleboard."
Sure.
But it triggers a problem solving in both my mind and hers, and we were able to come up with a solution.
Love it.
And
Yeah.
then if you replace the I can't with I don't want to, instead of saying, oh, I can't go out with you today. No, I don't want to. And it's either because you have other obligations or whatever that looks like, you're being more authentic. And you're
Hmm.
saying, okay, I'm sick. I don't want to come to work today. It's not that I can't. Oh, I absolutely can. But you're being more authentic when you say the words, I don't want to.
Do you feel that we're afraid to commit and show our real feelings by saying I don't want to? You,
Absolutely.
you're giving it up. You're just, yeah. Hey, let's go to dinner.
Absolutely.
I don't want to. It,
instead of I can't.
yeah. I can is like an easy release. I can't. Could be anything.
Yeah, it is, it truly is the easy way out.
Yeah.
And,
Hmm.
but when you are forced to say, okay, I don't want to, it comes out as, okay, I have other commitments. If the other person then has an opportunity to say, okay, you don't want to spend time with me, or you don't want to go to this place, would another time work better? It brings about a opportunity for more conversation.
Right.
And you're not hiding behind I can't.
It makes you,
It's the I can't, but I could,
uh,
but
okay.
maybe if I didn't have this. Here's some more of those words that we use all the time.
Let's, if you open the door, it could be one of the most negative words in the English language. And when you use the word but, it negates everything you said before that. Like, for example, that shirt looks great on you, but it's a little tight. Why'd you give the compliment in the first place? You put the but in there, and now it
Yeah.
just negated the compliment, and now we focus on, but it looks a little tight. Um, yeah, it's just not good.
So either it looks great or it doesn't.
Exactly. Yes. Like
Again, it comes down to that authenticity, you know?
Colorado is a great place to vacation in the winter, but it's cold.
Exactly.
All
So,
right.
or the I love you, but
Mm. Yeah, yeah, there you go.
I love
Yeah.
you, but when you do this, either you love me or you don't.
Mm-hmm.
So let's
Mm-hmm.
take but out of there.
Sure.
I love
Substitute
you. Can we work on this?
or use
I
and.
love Colorado in the winter. Let's find something a little warmer.
Or use the word and.
Yeah,
Colorado is a great place to vacation in the winter, and it's cold. Well, you're stating a fact. It is. There's no, we're not making it a negative. We're just adding it. That shirt looks great on you. It's a little tight. Okay. It's a fact. All right, done. Move on.
hey,
You know where I
it's
learned
more
the
authentic. It's
it
more
is.
honest.
I learned the ands from little kids because they never say but. It's always, I went to the store today and I bought ice cream and they had candy and they had 14 flavors and it was so much fun. And
Yes.
how about, well, I have another one. You go, it's your turn now.
Okay, it's your turn now.
Well, we started with the but, so it was like, yeah, it was a 50-50. Um,
No, we
I,
started with I can't.
you know what? I want to just one exception to the can.
What is that?
I can't. When somebody says, I can't even, like when somebody does something and you're like, I can't even. I'm gonna say that's the only time you could say
It
I
comes
can't.
down to I don't know how even.
It's
I don't know how.
yeah, like how can I
How
can't
did you do that?
I can't even process. I can't even. Or somebody
I
does
don't
something
want to. I don't want to process
basically.
that.
Yeah, like I don't even know. I don't know. But anyway, um, here's one, two words. Have to. I have to take my kids to practice. I have to go to work today. I
Ooh,
have to do this. I have to do that. Really? You don't have to do anything you don't want to do.
100%. I have to go to work. I have to do this. No, it is absolutely a choice.
Hmm.
And it is a choice based on the consequences. Consequences are good or bad. I have to go to work. No, I choose to go to work because
Yeah.
I want to pay my bills. I want a roof over my head. I want gas for my car and food in my stomach. I choose to go to work. I don't have to. I don't.
Yeah. Or how about this? I get to.
I get to.
I
I
get to go to work. It's a gift.
It
Uh,
is.
I get get to take my kids to practice because they're able to do sports. They're healthy. Imagine if they weren't and they couldn't run down the football field.
Exactly.
Hmm.
Exactly. And that's a big one. I love the I
Yeah.
get to and I choose to.
Yeah. Yeah.
Those are two ways to replace that I have to.
Hmm.
And you can do I want to if you really like, but if you don't, if you really don't want to go to work. I'm choosing. And if you're choosing to do something, be happy about it.
You had a choice.
Yeah.
And everything is a choice, essentially. All right, now
I
it's your
can
turn.
choose whether or not I go to the bathroom. I then have to deal with said consequences.
Well,
Okay.
true. It's true. Um, I have an isolated one. I can get to that, or you can do one.
Let's start with the if.
Okay.
Let's go to if. You know, I would do this if. What does
Hmm.
that if stand for? Or I will do this when. So you have the if and the when. That is, again, limiting your belief system. It is limiting the mindset of your abilities. If I didn't have to go to work, I could do this. If I had $1 million, I could do this. So go make $1 million.
How about I'm going to apply for a new job when the fall gets here. All you're doing is delaying it.
It's procrastination.
Yeah.
And procrastination, I've discovered that most procrastination is part of a small t trauma response. There is a
Yes,
fear
it is.
involved. There is a fear involved that
Yes.
creates the procrastination.
100%. Somebody told me that in the last, I don't know, 5 months. Yeah. Yeah. When you said it, it clicked back in. It's like,
Yeah,
yeah. And
it
the
is.
the if is a blame too. Like, for example, um, you know, I would communicate more if you wouldn't judge me. It's your fault.
Yes.
It's you.
Yes. Instead of taking responsibility, if you did this, I could do that.
Absolutely. Hmm. So what about the phrases that you should never use? I've got one. I've used it. It's so easy to say, but it's so negative when you say, well, could be worse.
Yeah.
You're telling your subconscious, be worse. It doesn't know what came before that. Just be worse. Make it worse.
And that's what you find. That's exactly what happens. Well, my tire went flat. Could be worse. I could have 3 blowouts. Guess what? Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, right.
It really does. What you project into the world is what's going to come back.
And it's
Reframe it.
reframe it.
Just reframe it. You know,
Hmm.
I've had better days. Let's make it better.
Or when you wake up and you walk out and you have a flat, really? Another thing. It's going to be that one of those days. Well, what else is going to happen now?
Ooh.
Fantastic. Great. Change that
It's going
flag.
to be one of those
One
days.
of those days.
That's a good one. That's one of the ones I hear probably more often than not. And I really, I want to say, don't do that. You are creating that. You just put into the universe that it's going to be one of those days. So if you're going to do that, say, oh, this is 2 seconds out of my day. It's going to be a great day.
Right.
Even if you're being sarcastic about it, your brain doesn't know, oh, it's going to be a great day. It doesn't matter. You're still making it a great day.
Just like you said before, even when you joke about it, it's going to be one of those days. Well, you're telling yourself to make it one of those days. Why not make it, this is going to be the best day of my life?
Yeah,
Why not use that? What the heck?
exactly. And find little ways to make it better.
Yep.
Attitude is a big difference in how you choose to show up. I did a little thing during Toastmasters on attitude, and the story comes from, you get up, you're having a beautiful day, it's a great morning, everything's perfect, you're running half an hour early, it's amazing. You get in your car, you're driving to work, you stop and grab your coffee, somebody slams on the brake, you spill coffee all over you. Okay, now you have to go back home, now you're running late. Where's your attitude? And what do you start to see? You're headed back out to work. Okay, you still got about 15 minutes. It's all good. You stop to get another cup of coffee. The barista gets your order wrong. Okay, how's your attitude now? And by the time you get to work, what is that producing for your day? It's all the negative energy. Instead of just saying, oh, well, I spilled coffee on myself, you know, you keep moving forward instead of letting it build and build and build and build and build. I would have a great day, but I spilled coffee on myself this morning.
For sure. It's, it goes back to what my mom always used to say. Sure, you've heard it before. Be careful what you ask for because you're going to get it. So you're asking for it. You ask for it. You ask for one of those days. You're going to get it.
You know,
Your wish is your command.
another phrase that really gets my goat sometimes is the, um, oh, it was just there and it just ran away.
It's going to be one of those days.
It, it had to do with people.
Hmm.
Okay, so apparently that's not what I was meant to talk about right now because it literally came in and went out
Hmm.
real quick. So let's go to another one. Your choice.
Oh, I got to think deep on this one. Um, I don't have one. I'm thinking and I'm trying. Hmm. Why does the subconscious do that? Why is it so just dumb in some ways? Why is it like that? I've always wondered about that.
So part of it is how we've been trained. Think about from the time we are 1 year old and we're saying no, no, no. We're constantly being told no and then doing the opposite. Well, you can't do that. You know, this is wrong. You can do that, but, or, you know, they're the phrases that we hear growing up all the time. And it just
Um,
becomes ingrained in our mind. But then, like I said in the beginning, it is that protection that, you know what, I would love to get a job where I make more money, but I fear it's going to add more responsibility. I'm going to have to work more. Our brain is now protecting us from getting that job because we don't want to put in the extra hours. And so it is a protective mechanism
hmm.
that you said you wanted it, but you really don't. It's a belief system.
Yeah, I'm looking at it as a negative, but really it's more of a positive because, like you said, it's protecting you. It's
Yeah,
protecting you. And it's just going with what you're giving it. Hmm.
100%.
I'm trying to think of other ones.
I'm really hoping
Oh,
that one comes back to me.
oh, wait a minute. It's coming.
Who's gonna-
Wait, if it's coming to me. Um, I can't wait to hang out with you later.
Oh, fun. That's a good one.
You can't wait, then don't.
Exactly.
It comes from the most positive place possible. You're excited. I can't wait for dinner tonight. Oh, I'm so hungry. And that restaurant, it's fantastic. We mean it in a very positive way. That's never meant in a
So
negative
let's just
way.
change, let's change that I can't to I don't know how to wait so long to be able to have dinner with you.
Or flip it around and say, I'm looking forward to having dinner with
Yeah.
you and going to that restaurant. Just call it what it is.
Oh yeah. Casa Bonita's at the top of my list. I can't wait.
Yeah.
Well, I have to wait.
You have to wait.
My
Yeah.
reservation isn't until next month. So
Maybe it comes from being a kid. Maybe that's where it is, because I could hear a kid say, "I can't wait. I can't wait for Christmas. I can't wait." Maybe that's and it's a holdover from then. And again, it's that one is always meant in a very positive way. It really is. There's
it
nothing
exudes the excitement,
exactly.
you
Yeah,
know, and what you're telling yourself is, I'm impatient. I can't wait.
right.
And so your body is now going through this anxiety or creating this frustration.
Hmm.
You are being forced to wait. You know, instead of just say, I am so excited for Christmas. I am so excited to go to that restaurant with you
Sure.
versus using that word, I can't wait, that phrase. So, well, you have to wait.
Yeah, I
I mean,
never. You're very, this is such the truth. You are creating anxiety, even if it's a
Oh,
little tiny bit by saying, I can't wait.
yeah.
I get anxiety just saying it in my stomach, like, I can't wait. It's it's meant in a good way. Um, but it's all in the language.
I can't wait until my kids are grown up enough to be able to communicate with me. I can't wait until I don't have to change their diapers anymore. But think about all the stress that you're creating just by saying those words.
Yeah. Yeah. That well, though,
I'm
that's
looking
more of a
forward
negative.
to the day. I am looking forward to this piece. It really does come down to how we are choosing to speak to ourselves.
Isn't it amazing how even in this day of technology and everything that's going on, you compare it to 300 years ago, the words are the same. The communication is the same. The words do the same exact thing. We're just using them in different ways on social media, wherever, AI. It's still the same words
They are.
and they do the same thing. They can harm, they can change the outcome, change the intent. It's all the same. So it's just amazing. There's
So now
nothing has changed.
how do we use our words to create connections? How can we use our words to build up other people while we are building up ourselves? And how can we be intentional about doing that?
Hmm. Well, there's
That's
something to
my
think about.
challenge for this audience. Be
There's,
intentional
yeah, that's
about how
something to
you're
think about.
choosing to use your words.
Yeah. Every word counts. Make it count. Like it's money.
It really
You,
is.
you wouldn't squander money. Why would you squander words? Why would you say certain words that you don't need to say, and which will ultimately change the outcome of whatever your intent? Um, Interesting today. Yeah, you've said some that I didn't even realize, didn't even think of them. Hmm. Uh, and this is just a piece of what you do when you coach people
It
in all
is.
different areas. One of the specialties, if you will, is dealing with trauma, which we've talked before. We all deal with trauma, have dealt with trauma, continue to. It charts our adult lives, whether you want to
Yes.
believe it or not. Um, and if you want to know what we're talking about, go back to some past podcasts. But that's just a piece of it. How do we find you, Laurie?
You can find me at www.visiblepotential.com. You can find me on Facebook, but definitely emailing me or connecting with me on my website would be the easiest.
Cool. I'm looking forward to talking with you again.
Fantastic. I'll see you next week.
You got it. All right, we're coming right back.
For nearly 2,000 severely injured veterans, everyday life has become filled with barriers.
Day-to-day simple tasks can become pretty daunting.
I have to carry my chair up 2 flights of steps or have somebody do it for me.
What scares me the most is just the falling.
When I'm struggling with my house, I think, to have that one great barrier just knocked down, it's crucial.
Home for Our Troops is a wonderful nonprofit that builds a
mortgage-free, fully adaptive, handicap-accessible house.
And there's no catch.
It'll be our very first home that we've ever owned. This is a game changer.
This is where your life begins again.
We need you to join us in completing this important mission. Please visit hfotusa.org and help build homes and rebuild lives.
Because of you, everything's going to be okay.